The Palme d'Or is arguably the most prestigious award in the film industry. After several comments from viewers asking for the list to be made, we decided to finally do so. And so for this list we'll be looking at the best films to have won the top prize at the Cannes Film Festival. We will also be including the 2 periods in which the award was temporarily renamed as the Grand Prix du Festival International de Film. Number 10, The Wages of Fear. Pretty much every thriller owes a debt to Henri-Georges Clouzot's spellbinding classic. The only film to win both the Cannes Palme d'Or and the Golden Bear at the Berlin Film Festival, The Wages of Fear follows 4 down-and-out men as they transport nitroglycerin 300 miles to an oil well to help extinguish a blaze. The Wages of Fear is one of cinema's most famous and influential suspense thrillers, unique in its breathtaking ability to toy with our fears. Number 9, Rome Open City. A landmark of the Italian neo-realist movement, Rome Open City was one of 11 winners at the 1946 festival. The film is set in occupied Rome during the days of World War II, shortly after Rome was declared an open city, meaning most Romans could wander the streets without fear of the city being bombed or them being killed in the process. The film follows resistance fighters and their loved ones struggling against Nazi occupation, and further explored the country's complicated relationship with Germany after the end of the war. Number 8, The Cranes Are Flying. A film we featured several times before, The Cranes Are Flying is a brilliant character study about the lives of Soviet civilians enduring urban destruction and deprivation during World War II. This is a deeply empathetic movie in which the emotions never get lost in what is some of the most imposing black and white images ever put on screen, courtesy of master Soviet director Mikhail Kalatozov and his go-to cinematographer. Number 7, Paris, Texas. Here you have an incomparable team putting together a cinematic masterwork. Stunning direction from Wim Wenders, a quietly emotional script by Kit Carson and Sam Shepard, heartbreaking performances from Harry Dean Stanton and Nastassja Kinski, and an iconic score by Ry Cooder. Set in the American Southwest, this German road movie tells a distinctly contemporary American tale of isolation, reunion, and redemption.
It was just gas. It was floating around.
The Earth was.
Yeah, the Earth was really gas. And the sun formed, and it was so hot that the Earth just formed into one hard, big ball.
Yeah.
Number 6, La Dolce Vita. 1960 was all about Italian cinema. The Italians solidified their status as the best in European art cinema when Federico Fellini scooped the Palme d'Or and Michelangelo Antonioni nabbed the runner-up jury prize for L'Avventura. Few films encapsulate everything there is to love about the Cannes Film Festival like La Dolce Vita. The scene at the Trevi Fountain with Anita Ekberg remains one of cinema's most iconic scenes and continues to inspire gaggles of selfies at the Italian landmark. La Dolce Vita went on to set box office records for international films in North America, proving that international fare could be commercially and critically successful if given the right platform. Number 5, Parasite.
그건 그렇긴 하지. 그래. 아, 근데 그 집에서 날 받겠냐 이 말이지. 난 대학생이 아닌데.
구라를 좀 치지 뭐. 아, 괜찮을 거야. 일단 내 소개로 가는 거니까.
Bong Joon-ho's indictment of South Korea's dehumanizing social culture is mounted with a dazzling control of genre conventions that he continues to seamlessly bend to his absurd comic rhythms. Parasite also reinstates the emotional core that's been missing from Bong's more recent work. It's the kind of bold and uncompromising work that confirms why Bong is one of our most exciting auteurs. How his socio-cultural criticisms can be so pungent when they're imbued with such great focus and sense of intent.
다혜 어머님, 안녕하세요. 저는 민혁군 소개로 오늘.
아, 네네. 들어오세요.
네.
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
Number 4, Taxi Driver.
You talking to me? Then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
The despair and exhilaration of Martin Scorsese's 1976 classic still have the power to knock you backwards out of your cinema seat. A young Robert De Niro plays Travis Bickle, a traumatised Vietnam vet who has lost his ability to sleep and is now condemned to an eternal nighttime of cruising around the city in his yellow cab, encountering lost and vengeful souls. He finally grows obsessed with rescuing a child prostitute and thus redeeming himself.
I gotta get organized. You know, little things like my apartment, my possessions. I should get one of those signs that says one of these days I'm gonna get organized.
You mean organized?
Number 3, Pulp Fiction.
How many up there?
3 or 4.
Best count our guy?
Not you.
So that means it could be up to 5 guys up there?
It's possible.
The second film by Quentin Tarantino remains his best, and is also the film that made pop violence become a cultural reference point and the term Tarantino-esque enter the film lexicon. There are so many great actors and career-high performances, from the love-struck diner robbers played by Tim Roth and Amanda Plummer to hitmen Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield. The film made $5 Shakes of Things, started a dance craze and had one of the all-time great soundtrack albums. But the greatest trick of them all is the way the edit plays with time, so that the story can come full circle.
Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Number 2, The Third Man.
Eine Frechheit ist das, mitten in der Nacht so einen Krawall zu machen.
Harry.
Eine Frechheit ist das, zu einen
This classic noir was written by Graham Greene, directed by Carol Reed and starred Orson Welles as the enigmatic fugitive Harry Lime, a crooked dealer in post-war Vienna. The Cannes jury chose The Third Man over competitors such as David Lean's Passionate Friends, and it was definitely the right choice, and the film resonates more and more over the years.
Harry!
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honourable mentions that just missed the list. Viridiana, The Leopard, The Conversation,
How's he doing up there?
I always think how when they had the newspapers, right?
The Tree of Life,
What did you say?
The Pianist, Blow Up.
Get rid of that bag, it's diabolical.
Number 1, Apocalypse Now. Francis Ford Coppola had a winning streak in the 1970s, which saw him direct some of the finest films in the American canon, starting with the first 2 Godfather movies, followed by his other Cannes win in The Conversation, and then culminating with his epic Apocalypse Now, a loose adaptation of Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness set during the Vietnam War. Martin Sheen stars as Captain Benjamin Willard, who receives orders to terminate a colonel who has gone insane and is leading a band of vigilantes in Cambodia. Coppola's War is hell, and its extreme view of mankind remains one of the most striking and disturbing films ever made.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. You know, one time we had a hail bomb for 12 hours. When it was all over, I walked up. We didn't find one of them, not one stinking dink body.
Thank you for watching. Leave your opinions down in the comments below and make sure you hit the subscribe button for new content every week.